Hello, my name is Joseph Mathew, your local real estate agent. I'm here with Michelle Lynne with the ML Interiors Group. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Good,
Appreciate you having me.
Oh, thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate it. The purpose of this interview is just to get to know a little bit about yourself, your business, and kind of the services you provide. But before that, let's get to know you a little bit. Give us a little bit of background about yourself and your experience in this field.
Thank you. So this is actually my third career. So I came out of corporate America in two different industries. And we'd gone through, it was completely unrelated industry. We had gone through a merger and I just didn't love my job anymore. So I truly tried to figure out where I wanted to be next and was able to stair step out of corporate America and start this company. So my background is truly in a business field. I was running multi-million-dollar business units. So interior design has always been a passion, and being able to run this firm like a business has just been a total dream come true. Perfect.
And how long have you had this firm?
We're at about 10 years.
10 years, okay.
10 years, maybe 8 years full time, because it did take me about 2 years to stair step out of management and transition into this role. Okay,
wonderful. What kind of services do you guys provide?
So our main focus is a comprehensive interior design. So we offer concierge level service where we go through and we create the design, whether it be for a renovation or whether it is redecorating with some touches of minor renovations. But our bread and butter and where we truly excel is furnishing the rooms to reflect the clients and tell the story of the family that lives in that space. We go through everything from the space planning to the actual custom selections to the procurement process where we do all of the ordering, making sure everything is exactly as we specified. And then once everything is received, going through and doing the installation where we deliver it and set it up for the client. So it's never done in 30 minutes like you see on HGTV. Right. But it is a pretty cool service.
Okay, perfect. So you all do you guys renovations as well or remodeling a little bit?
So we don't do them ourselves. No hammer in my hand. But yes, we do create the designs. In fact, just this morning, that's where we were, is showing a client what their new kitchen is going to look like. Okay, wow. So it's really a rewarding job.
Yeah, all right, wow. Yeah, I mean, you can see the transformation and you can see how it affects the client.
It affects, good design really, I think our tagline is we make homes happier and more efficient. Because truly, it's such a difference when you walk into a home after a long day at work and you're just comfortable. And when everything has a space and everything comes together in a well-organized manner, you're more efficient. So truly our goal is to allow our clients to be the best that they can be at whatever they do by creating a home that is the best that we do.
Wow, perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's good to know. I mean, knowing what services you provide is definitely what people don't know, right? There's like a lack of information out there. There's a lack of transparency, and you going through listing your services, how you're comprehensive and can take care of the whole house. That's definitely a benefit for everybody.
It's a wonderful luxury for people who are too busy to do it themselves or who don't know how to do it themselves. So we work with every client because your style is going to be a little bit different than my style. It's going to be a little different than somebody else's style. But because we have, so one of the things that I think sets us apart is that I have a group. It is the ML Interiors group. And it is not just me, myself, and I. I have three wickedly talented designers. And we bring all of our experience, life experience, design experience, creativity to each project. So each project will have one lead designer, but all of the team is pouring into that designer different ideas, thoughts, and opinions that she'll filter through and share with the client. So it's nice because it's almost like buy one, get three free.
Yeah. Good. That's good. And so if a client is thinking about reaching out to you, what should they do prior to reaching out to you to make sure communicate their best interest to you?
So actually just pick up the phone and call us because I had mentioned my corporate background. We have so many systems and processes that we have what we call the ML experience. And what we do with anybody who calls in, just with that initial phone call, we kind of get some pre-screen information as to whether or not we will be a good resource for you. And then if we think that we can assist that client, we bring them into the studio here for a free meet and greet.
Okay.
We just sit down, we talk to them about, hey, tell me a little bit about your project. Where are you located? And we walk them through how we do all of our steps and our processes, how we run our projects. Talk about budget. You know, part of it is let's just make sure that your champagne taste has a budget that can match it. Because I don't want to disappoint somebody by saying, sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
And try to meet a low enough budget that at the end of the project, they're disappointed because it doesn't look like what they were wanting.
Yeah.
So we'll advise on budget and be able to say, hey, you need to stash away this amount of money, or hey, you're good to go. We can get it done easily for that amount.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very similar situation in real estate, right? You can look at thousands of homes online and without getting pre-approved and not knowing how much you can afford, it's kind of like a dream, and sometimes it ends in disappointment, sometimes it doesn't, and that's the good part about it. But I'm glad that you set up that realistic expectations that matches their desires, and you kind of go on from there. So
and that it keeps everybody, because at the end of the day, really all I have is my reputation.
Yeah.
So I don't want to disappoint anybody.
And the thing is, the work you put out there, it's for them, their family members, their friends to see, and as long as it's quality work, the word's going to carry, and that's what's
exactly positive or negative. So if they walk in and they're disappointed every day, then I've really missed the mark.
True.
We want them to walk in and go, "Oh, yay, this is awesome."
Go over a little bit how long the project takes and what's the process like.
So let's just talk a full-scale design of 2 or 3 rooms in a house, not including renovation. So basically, depending on the size of the rooms, I would say most designs themselves. So again, we start with a meet and greet, and then we do what we call an initial visit, where we go to the project site, and then we talk about what our services are going to cost. Once we start the design, once we actually get approval and we dig into the design, it can easily take 6 to 8 weeks. So that is a big surprise to a lot of clients. It can easily take 9 or 10 weeks depending on the scale of the project. Sometimes longer. If we're looking at the entire house that we want to present all at once, it could easily be a 3-month process. Then that's just getting the design to the client. Then we have time for revisions, which depending on the client usually takes 2 weeks. And then we start the orders being placed. And that isn't just going through and hitting, hey, I want this pillow in my cart. And then checking out. It's truly going through and specifying, okay, well, I need X number of yards of fabric, depending on the pattern. What type of insert do I need in the pillow itself? What size does it need to be? What sort of edge are we going to do? Are we going to do any trim? So all of these little details, not only are they created in the design, but then when we're placing the orders, we're making sure that all of those itty bitty, teeny tiny details are addressed. So the order process could take 1 to 3 weeks. And then you have the turnaround of the furniture being shipped. So, I mean, we're really looking at if a client wants to have their whole house furnished, it can easily be a 6-month process. Sometimes a little less, sometimes a little more, but it's not HGTV.
I mean, it's the show makes it seem like it's 30 minutes and you're done.
Exactly.
Similar with the home buying process, like the home remodeling shows, like they take it, knock it down into 30 minutes. They don't know how long it takes, the communication, the back and forth,
or and even your negotiation. To talk to the other realtor about one house.
I mean, a house it takes 30 to 45 days to close, and that's not incorporated there. So I'm glad that you're going through the detail of like this process is not a 1, 2, 3 process. It's you've organized it in a way that it will go through smoothly. But it is a process that's going to take some time.
If we're going to do it well. And that's what we explain to the client as well, is like, if you need it done quickly, now we can expedite our process. But it's just like Federal Express. If you want it there absolutely positively tomorrow, great, but you're going to pay for that overnight fare versus if you can get it there in 5 days. So we can expedite our process. But if a client wants it done well and wants it done right, taking our time and getting it well thought out is truly what our clients pay us for, because it exerts a feeling in the room. And it needs to be all about the client. Is this the best solution for them? Because there's so many different types of fabrics that you can put on a couch that will prevent stains. But there's different levels of them. There's different softnesses of them. And you need to go through all of them. And they have different, it's called durability. So making sure that you have the absolute right selection so that if you're going to pay X number of dollars for a couch, it's going to last you quite a while and you're not feeling like you need to replace it in 5 years. So
yeah, I mean, that goes into understanding what the client needs. If they have younger kids or dogs or pets or animals, then all of a sudden the quality of the work that they're going to need is going to be different versus if they're empty nesters or if they have older kids. So that meet and greet, getting to know the client and going through that whole process will definitely be beneficial.
We consider ourselves storytellers.
Okay, good.
We tell the story of our clients. And we guide them through the entire story, making sure that they're avoiding pitfalls and landmines and so forth.
Perfect.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Awesome. Perfect. The next thing I want to kind of touch on is, I know personally, like I have certain pieces in my house that like I have a sentimental attachment to that can be passed down from my parents, or do you incorporate those into your designs? Or?
As much as possible. Absolutely. We're not here to tell you that whatever was handed down from your family is not relevant. It's special to you. So we try to find the best place that we can place it in the space. Sometimes items go into a guest room just so that they still get a place of honor, because the client also recognizes that, yes, I know I'm asking you to put this, pink and purple polka dotted piece of art in my living room, but I'm asking you to put everything else in my living room in neutrals. So it's, the answer is yes. It's just going to be a matter of where it gets placed. Okay, perfect. What are some of the current trends that you're seeing in the market? So we're actually seeing a little less of the gray, and maybe going towards a little bit more of a warmer tone. Now, there's still a very strong lean towards neutrals, but walls are being a little bit more grayish, combination between gray and beige, or even like a nice warm white. And that provides such a beautiful backdrop to almost any style of furniture. We're still seeing a lot of the mid-century modern hints, but there's also that organic, warm, natural sort of feel. Imagine yourself, in Santa Barbara on the coast of California, just relaxing. So we're seeing a lot of greenery, woods, rattans, nice jute rugs. A lot of it has to do with texture. And people are truly, what we're seeing a lot of our clients going for is that less is more, so that when they do walk into a room, there's not a lot of energy that's taken from looking at so many things sitting around. So if it's soothing and relaxing and neutral, we're seeing a lot of that. And the light, fresh air that comes through is what the rooms feel like. I think that we're going to see a little bit more color, the richness of like deep emerald greens, peacock aquas, a little bit of that. But I don't think we're going to see the jewel tones coming back in full force like they were in the 80s. But I think that those bold colors have a place in everybody's home as well. And do you kind of know what's influencing that? What's causing this transition, do you think? So I think a lot of it is that just people are exhausted. I mean, think about it. We're inundated from the media. We're inundated with social media. We're all working probably harder than we have been in a long time. And there's so much energy that's expended every day that going home and finding a place where you can cocoon that is soft and it feels like it catches you when you land. I think that's what people really want. We got one of the best compliments from a client's project that we finished last year. And we were at dinner and he said, you know what? I walk into my house every day when I come home and it's just like, wow. And I think that's what people want to feel when they walk in. Now, trends are trends. At the end of the day, what makes you happy is what you should do when you decorate. Invest your money in pieces that will last through the trends and use the smaller pieces like your pillows or maybe some inexpensive art or some side tables that can bring the trends in.
Okay.
So that way you get the best of all worlds.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Unless you have a money tree growing in your backyard, and then call me.
And what other services do you provide? Now we've talked about the complimentary, the full concierge service, where you cover everything from the meet and greet all the way understanding the client. What other services do you provide?
So our comprehensive service includes the design, us doing the procurement, and us doing the installation. That is our bread and butter. That's truly what we excel at. We do create renovation designs. We also do, we work with clients doing new builds. So if you were wanting to do a custom home or a semi-custom home, helping you make the selections that fit within your budget so that the entire house looks well thought out. Those are the keys. We do have a couple other services that we offer. We do a consultation.
Okay.
So if somebody just needs a few hours worth of design advice, we offer that. But mostly the full service design.
Okay, perfect.
And I think it's the best value.
Okay, perfect. Looking to reach out to you and get in contact with you, what's the best way?
So we are all over social media. ML Interiors Group. So ML Interiors Group on Instagram. ML Interiors Group on Facebook, mlinteriorsgroup.com, 972-248-4733. You can just give us a call, or shoot us an email, simply hello@mlinteriorsgroup.com.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah.
Yeah, all that information will be like on the bottom, like on the video and everything like that. So they'll be able to find it right then and there. So, Michelle, thank you so much for your time and all that information. And I mean, it's good to know. Like, it's good for people to know. So
there's just so much that goes into it. And I'm happy to sit down with anybody and explain it too.
Perfect.
I love it.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.